Logo's on Twitch.
Hello? Oh.
Oh. Gotta pay attention. What's up, Twitch Logo?
That's moving so fucking
You guys
fast.
are on Twitch.
Hi, Twitch.
Hello, Twitch.
Hi, Twitch.
Hope you can see us. Welcome back to another episode of Waiting for Players. I'm Adam.
I'm Adam.
I'm John. And this is Lethal League.
Yeah, we're playing Lethal League.
man, I'm
I've
bad.
never even seen this game before, so it's kind of new to me. Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas
by the
to you,
way.
too.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
And Happy Festivus.
Did you get anything good?
I'm Peter.
Oh, hey, Peter.
Yeah, how you guys
Oh, I
doing?
didn't see you over there, Peter. Hey.
You're
Yeah.
Peterless tonight. We have
Yeah.
no Peter.
Yeah.
Well, Peter's right there. Apparently, we're Joshless.
I'm alright with that.
Hold on. We got the sweet Candyman outfit.
You know, like I said last week, if everyone would show up, I could be myself. But now I've just got to be Peter.
I'm not coming next week. You have to be John.
What?
Yeah. I mean, I could come, but then you wouldn't get to be John.
You just don't want to.
Well,
You just don't like
he
being
would have
here
to
with
be
us.
himself.
We don't like it when Josh is himself.
Ouch. That was mean. Unnecessarily harsh.
So anyway, like I was asking,
Yes.
get anything good for Christmas?
I got cash, which is the
well, I mean,
especially
that's-
during Steam sale season.
Oh shit.
That's the
The best time for cash.
Well, cash just
Michael.
you can just buy whatever you want then, so that's good.
Oh my god. There we go.
What about you, Adam?
Didn't get cash, but I got a pool cue. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, I'm kind
Straight
of about
one, I
that.
hope.
Yes, it is a straight one. Yes, pool cue in a bag for it. And for listeners that don't know, like me and Tyler from Comics Brew shoot an insane amount of pool, so it's not like it was just some random gift that was like it was wanted. Is what I'm getting at. Like,
Right,
it was really
right.
wanted. So yeah, I was pretty excited about that. How about yourself?
I got a few things. I got some video games. I mean, some of them I've kind of already talked about because you know, like they were Christmas presents, but I got them early. But
Jesus.
Last of Us Remastered Edition was
Oh,
one
nice.
of those. It's one of the reasons why I'm going to play through it now. What else did I get for Christmas of note?
Oh, come on. You know there's a big one.
Well, yes, but see, that one's flipped because I didn't get that one.
Yeah, okay.
But I did buy my kids a PlayStation VR,
Oh really?
which is fucking awesome.
That's
so.
fucking cool. So, although it is for the kids, it is definitely a gift that is also for you.
It is a gift that will benefit all of us at some point. So.
Oh, yeah,
Because
that's
VR
true.
is.
It's not like you won't bring it out here at some point.
Exactly. I'm sure we'll. I can imagine there's at least a couple games we can make some videos out of. Or
Oh, I hope
something,
so. Is there going to be any problem streaming with the VR headset?
No,
Okay.
no. We're good.
I can't wait to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I hit you right in the dickle.
So, hey, good news. We are able to stream on Twitch again. And
Yes.
Yay!
hopefully some people will be joining us soon.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
I did nothing. Comcast did nothing. It just kind of worked itself out, I guess. So, you know, it was a Christmas miracle. But
I was doing the splits, Adam. I was doing the split.
but I think today we're just gonna forego news and talk about our award show.
Yes.
What are our awards called, John?
They are called the Vagadgies. Because obviously,
Throwback. Man, the timing for this game is weird sometimes. Like, I feel like I'm timed just fine and completely get hit by the ball.
So these are our awards. Just to, you know, so there's no confusion, because I had heard a couple things over the past couple weeks. But the last time we covered awards, that was the Game Awards 2016.
Yes.
We had nominations and winners. And then this is our own awards. That last week we talked about all the nominations, and now we're gonna declare the winners.
Which
Who
is
we pick.
exciting.
Because, you know, everybody cares about what we.
Yes.
Who doesn't want a Vagadgie? In fact, when I told Garrett from Bad Flicks fame about they were called the Vagadgies, he was like, how the fuck do I get my own Vagadgie? Like, he's like, can I just have an honorary one?
No, you gotta do something cool in the video game industry.
Or tech industry.
Yeah, right. So, do we start off with the big one, or do we leave that one for the end? Well, since nobody else seems
sorry.
to care,
I'm working.
And I was busy trying to
everybody's
not
working.
trying not to lose.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Right in the face.
Redirect, sucker.
So then I'll hold off Game of the Year until
say, yeah,
until at least
totally.
the end of the video game section of this. Yeah. So our first award then is for best story / narrative, and the winner of that is Uncharted 4: A Thief's End.
Still think it should have been Doom.
Jesus.
Did you vote for Doom on that one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did
I
last
did.
week. Yeah.
Yeah. The story's perfect. Name one thing that story could have had to make it better. Nothing.
What did Uncharted 4 have? Pirates, dead pirates for that
Demons
matter.
from hell, Adam.
Demons from hell.
Don't get me wrong, Doom is a great game, but
No,
I think
it was a joke vote, like
Like what?
a joke vote. That's what it was.
but I think other than the joke vote, that was pretty unanimous.
Yeah.
And
Well, there's a reason it's gotten best narrative from almost every other gaming establishment. It's because it has the best narrative. Not only does it, not only is it written well character-wise, but the story is like a really good endpoint to a 4-part series.
yeah, definitely, it's a great game, and at least for now, probably like the biggest reason to get a PS4.
Yeah, until Last of Us 2. Yeah.
That's one of the game series that makes me frustrated about console exclusives because I really want to play the Uncharted series.
So our best narrative game goes to Uncharted 4: Thief's End from Naughty Dog.
I would also just like everybody to know that Adam has way less time playing this game than I do, so it's actually a little unfair.
I still feel like I'm holding my own all right.
Oh no,
though.
you're holding your own. I'm just explaining why.
You're always winning
Yeah,
because John's a cheating whore.
I am a cheating whore. No, I used to play this with our roommate a bunch. Me and him used to. We got the score to over 1 million. So the speed of the ball. So when you charge and when he
Is that what
charges
that
and
number
hits
is
it,
in
and
the
you
middle?
see it freeze. And then I can jump up and hit it too, and then it freezes for me. You watch the bar, see the bars on the bottom that keep going up. Oh, he bunted. Those bars on the bottom that are full, when they charge up, when it hits full, that's when the ball releases. So if you time it right, you can charge two, and then you can keep the ball in one spot and just keep swapping who's charging, and the speed keeps doubling.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we did that.
So the first person to fuck up then gets
Yes,
destroyed.
because then the ball goes so fast,
Yeah.
there's no recovery.
So how do you get it when you can sit there and hold it and charge
It's got to
on
get
it?
going faster than it's going for us right now.
Oh, okay. So, because I know it happened a couple of times, but
Yeah. I really
We'll
thought-
get there eventually.
yeah. So what's the next category that we got?
The next category is best action game, and I think Adam knows which one this is.
Oh yes. Oh, wait, is it Overwatch?
No, it's Doom.
Oh yeah. And
This
which-
one we both voted for Doom. On
Yeah, and I absolutely think Doom should get it. That game is it's literally an action nonstop. That's all it is. No story,
I
just
got played.
fight monsters from hell. Go.
And even like the,
No
the
story when you just tried to give it the best story award.
Well, hey, sometimes no story is the best story.
I think one thing that's important to note about Doom is that although the kill animations can be very similar, they are not always like it's never boring.
Right.
You know, like I can punch the same guy in the same way and get that special kill that way all the time, but that's okay. It's just
Because
as
it
fun.
looks awesome.
Yeah.
And there's enough variation too to kind of keep you happy, I think. So
Well, I mean, yeah.
I feel like the next category was probably another no-brainer. Actually, the next two, but best action game.
We just did action game.
Oh, best adventure game.
Doom.
Rachel agrees with us that
Ori
Doom
and the Blind
is,
Forest.
What's Rachel saying?
that Doom is the best action game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like that game is just fun to watch.
I'm afraid to tell you, but Ori did not win any of these awards, John.
Or
so-
nominated for
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah. Did it even come out this year?
No.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so whatever.
So back to best adventure game.
Okay.
Uncharted?
That one goes to Uncharted 4, A Thief's End.
Yeah, not surprised there.
From fighting pirates, not fighting pirates, but from finding pirate treasure to like figuring out the origins of Drake with his brother,
Yeah.
and I mean finding.
Do you trust him? Do you not trust him?
Right. The whole the whole game is just great, and it is one adventure to another. You travel across the planet. Like, you go from Africa to Italy, or no, to, is it Italy? Or Milan? It's
Something
Milan,
like that, yeah.
Yeah, so it was just crazy globe-trotting, Carmen Sandiego, where the fuck is going? Yeah, it's just great.
Fuck.
It's definitely worth playing, especially if you've played the other 3 games, you pretty much have to play this one.
Yeah, pretty much.
The next category is Best RPG.
Doom?
Doom 15.
No, actually. Best RPG is going to one of my favorites, and it's only an expansion. It's not a full game, but The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Blood and Wine expansion is our winner for Best RPG. And it has all those classical aspects of RPG-ness, but it's just a fantastic game.
And even though it's an add-on, it's practically its own game.
Yeah,
like a whole
50
game,
hours of
you
gameplay
know.
or something like that.
Right. Other companies would have just released it as a sequel.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, that is one thing to say. Like, you get 50 hours of entertainment out of a $30 purchase.
Right. Exactly.
And now that the Steam sale's on and the Game of the Year edition is like half off, it makes total sense to just go buy this game. Your computer doesn't even have to be in tip-top condition to run it. You can do this on my computer's 5 years old, and I can still do it, and it's fucking awesome.
When it first came out, just regular Witcher, I was able to, god damn it, to run it before I upgraded my computer, and I had probably the most potato computer at the time out of all of our friends.
Witcher 3.
Yeah, and I was still able to run Witcher 3 just fine. I mean, not like
Well, you
ultra,
had to
but
turn down some settings,
yeah.
but yeah, it would still run.
I had no chop, nothing like that, you know,
Right.
so, like, it's optimized very well. That's an ass whooping, John.
You keep turning your head to talk, and you miss the ball.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we are kind of doing a podcast. so,
Hey,
you
I'm
know.
not. I'm
You're not
I'm
talking,
over-
that's for sure.
It's too busy about
I haven't played any of these games. What do you want me to fucking say? Like, yeah, Witcher Blood and Wine was awesome. I played the shit out of it. I rode my horsey.
Well, you don't
named...
have to lie.
Named
Well, then
Roach.
what the fuck else am I gonna say?
I said lots of nice things about it, and I haven't played it either.
Yeah, it was shiny and new.
There we go.
Well, you'll definitely be more excited about our next category then, John. Best art direction.
Oh.
I don't know what we picked
And
for
that
it,
one-
so don't look at me.
For best art direction, we picked Titanfall 2.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed. That game is beautiful.
Now, there were some, like, definite, like, that was a tough category to choose, especially with art, like, that's very subjective, you know?
It was a tough category. I would say probably, what was the one you nominated? Origami, right? Or did Peter nominate that one? Whoever nominated that one, I think that could have been a close second, too.
I nominated Origami.
Oh, did you?
art?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I nominated, no, I nominated
As
for
Peter
art,
or
you
as
nominated it
Josh?
for...
I don't remember. Fuck it, doesn't matter. Didn't win.
You have to hit my dead body.
Yeah, I did.
But yeah, after narrowing it down, we decided to pick Titanfall 2. Which is a great game. If you haven't played it, it's definitely worth checking out.
I want to play it. I
We got another
have
viewer
been having a
here.
hard time wanting to get $60 games lately.
Dude, I bought that game for $30. You can find it for $30 all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's
40
a
at the most.
John. There's a subreddit you need to subscribe to. It's called Gamer Deals or
Yeah.
Game Deals.
Game deals.
I was unaware of this.
Yeah.
I've told you about it before.
Oh, was
It's
it John?
r/game deals. I don't know.
GamerKid814 says sup, and
Well, sup.
also agrees.
Sup back.
Also agrees that Titanfall 2 is the best art.
Yeah. It was a really pretty game. It was a really fun single player. I think they really did an awesome job considering that was one of the biggest critiques of the first game was
Like,
not having a single player
I've
campaign.
I've never played it now, but I have I see a lot of GIFs in the Reddit world of the game that look pretty cool.
You seem to make decisions on games based on GIFs.
That's true though.
Like, you don't really want to play Battlefield 1 because of all the glitch gifs you've seen.
There was a great many. A great many. It's not like I saw a couple glitch gifs and was like, oh, that game's a buggy piece of shit. It was like raining down on Reddit after it was released, and I was just like, good lord, did they actually finish it? Or...
I mean,
Some of those glitches make the game really fun, though.
Yeah.
I can't say I've played much of the game. I have it, but I've only played a handful of hours maybe, but I haven't seen many glitches, so.
Yeah. I mean, so.
I'd imagine they're kind of few and far between at this point. It's been patched a lot and stuff.
Yeah, so I figure it would be.
But Titanfall 2, that's where we were.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Art. Pretty.
Next category. Yeah.
No, he just hit the world's slowest ball at me, and I fucking mistimed it and died again. Oh, yeah.
Got it.
Keep going.
Yeah.
What?
No,
We're waiting on you guys.
Got it all out. Yeah. All right. So, and my OneNote fucked up right then.
Way to go, OneNote.
Best acting / voice acting. I hope I say this name right. It's Doug Cockle. He played Geralt. Geralt. Sorry.
Pretty sure Gerald.
I'm gonna kill everybody. I'm gonna slap. I'm here.
Slap your face off your face.
Nobody makes me
From
bleed.
The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, Blood and Wine.
Oh, come on.
Adam was winning, and I think he's throwing it now.
The reason I'm glad that this guy won is because Geralt doesn't have a lot of variation in his tone or anything, but it's the subtleness of it when you're like, oh, he actually does mean that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that guy was up against Troy Baker and Nolan North and
Yeah, Troy Baker was my
Jen
vote.
Taylor, or just it was crazy, man. And I still think Doug Cockle pulled it off really well. So I'm glad that he won.
Very nice. I don't think that there was really much. I think this next one was pretty obvious too.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
the next one is biggest flop / disappointment, and we're giving that to No Man's Sky.
Duh.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nobody else you could give it to. You know. There was an honorable mention for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which
I hear is also pretty poop.
Well, yeah, actually, a lot of people are disappointed with that game. A lot of even pretty big Call of Duty fans are
really
pissed off at that game. Yeah, just don't try going into the future. If you remember, that game was the one that we had talked about at one point. It was like the most downvoted video on YouTube for a while.
I remember that.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
The launch trailer. Yeah, everybody's been pissed about that one for a while. But No Man's Sky does outshine it for sure.
That was just such a letdown because people were actually excited for No Man's Sky.
But I mean, to give them some credit, they have released some really huge patches in the last couple weeks, and it's even changed their rating on Steam from negative to mixed.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's
So, and if you go through like the top, last 10 Steam ratings or comments or whatever,
Yeah.
people are very happy with the update.
that's good, though.
It didn't give everything that was promised, but it gave enough to make it at least feel more like a complete game now.
Yeah.
Which
is good.
And there's different modes. There's like survival mode that makes it harder, and there's free play kind of modes and stuff like that too now. So
have you checked them out at all?
Huh?
Have you checked out the...
I've played it a little bit, but not a lot. You can own like a big freighter, and you can call it in from anywhere.
Really?
No matter where you are, you can call your freighters in. So that's where you can store a bunch of stuff, a bunch of resources and stuff like that. They've fixed a lot of balance issues with the resources, and
Do the people still wreck
repairing
you for a little bit
things.
of gold?
The pirates?
Yeah.
Probably. You just gotta get better.
Just gotta get better. I'm stoked you can have freighters in that game now, though.
Yeah.
Isn't there also base building now as well?
Yeah. There's base building, so you can have it. You can kind of
Like a home
pick
world.
what world is going to be your home world, and you can always go back to it and stuff like that.
Can you
Like
teleport
hot jump
back to it?
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's
Okay.
like hyperspace jump or something, But
Okay.
Nice. That makes more sense. Okay.
As opposed to trying to like
Well,
leapfrog
it's
your way
just
back
like-
to base. Yeah.
that's why I stress, like, if you didn't get a refund for it and you still have the game, you should definitely at least check it out again. Or maybe if you can find it a really good sell at some point, $20 or something.
Is it still $60? Is that still its normal price point?
I think most of the time it's around 40 now or so.
Okay. Oh, I
You
forgot
know.
right into that. Well, that's good. I mean, now $40 with the stuff that they've added, that almost seems like a fair value.
Yeah, it's not as terrible as it was. But considering all the stuff they did promise that still isn't there, and the almost 100 days of silence from the developer, definitely still fits in the biggest flop / disappointment category.
Agreed. Even though we did have our fun in it, it was still
Yeah,
a bad.
didn't got way too hyped.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. So the next category we have on here is most underrated. This one was a game I think you brought, Adam. To the
Yes,
show?
yes, it was. Yeah,
Fractured Space.
and that game is. I mean, I was my nomination as well. And unfortunately, the online community, at least when I was playing, like, it wasn't tiny, but it definitely wasn't huge by any amount. So, trying to get into a game, sometimes your queue time would be like 5 minutes, unfortunately. And I thought that was its biggest downfall. So I hope it gets more recognition.
No.
Well, it got our Vagadgie.
They got our Vagadgie.
Just wait for those sales to start rolling in.
It's free.
Oh, well.
Wait for that. Wait for those microtransactions to start pumping up.
Yeah, and it's just fun space battles. It's good. It's a good time. Good
Plus,
time.
it's a
It
MOBA.
looked really fun, and
Yeah.
like I said, I like the 360-degree thing battling in space. I'm a fan of MOBAs. I've played quite a few of them.
And this is actually a pretty unique one. Like, it doesn't feel like a clone of Dota or Leagues or anything like that.
Do you still play it?
From time to time, I do. Not nearly as much as when I first talked about it, but every once in a while, I'll get a wild hair, throw a podcast on, and play a couple games.
It was fun to play during the show. You know, I watched you guys play and stuff. It looked like fun.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
You guys can't hit a ball to save your lives.
I don't know what you're talking about. I wrecked that ball.
All right, yeah, that's a good ball
And
hit.
who's it? You're the Candyman guy, right?
Yeah.
Pedophile.
Hey,
And
I
you're the
prefer.
little kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's trying to beat me with his balls.
And it's Kane.
Ooh, I put my balls
The
in your
timing
balls.
of this
Right
game
between
is
your
weird.
legs.
There are times I swear I should
So-
hit it.
It also matters on where your swing is.
Right.
So you can actually hit behind yourself forward if you time it to where your swing hits right at the end.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't get it.
I was thinking my problem is like, if you hold the button for even the slightest second, he'll start to charge. And I think I'm catching myself on that by not just like lightly tapping it for
Yeah.
a normal swing.
You also got to make sure you're changing the direction of the ball. You know, like down, up. That way you're keeping your opponent.
Rachel says that that Candyman's Santa hat is an automatic pedo flag.
Yeah.
What? Look at it. Look at the way he floats
His
with his butt
creepily
down.
insane
With his
grin
butt
is
down.
the big
Oh,
pedo
there was a
flag.
ball over there. I was too busy jumping butt down.
Pedoing about. Oh, fuck.
So I think John will be excited about our next category too,
I
like
will.
legitimately.
I thought you were being a smartass again.
Oh, I was earlier, but
But this
So-
time he's really gonna be happy.
so it's best indie game. You know which one that went to?
Red Trigger.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking right it did.
Yeah.
I think that one was pretty unanimous for us, wasn't it?
I think there was only one that got 2 votes. I think is really
There
what
was
it
a
came
couple
down to.
other. We've done a lot of indie games.
Yeah,
true.
and it's good, but at the same time there
But
are a lot of
I definitely agree with this choice. So
and they've added so much to that game now.
have they?
Yeah,
Nice.
Has
they
he.
is
That's
Yeah.
that's
I was gonna
absolutely
say
right. That's he.
Maxime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all
no,
Maxime.
Even if you watch the Steam video for it, it's none of the footage is even from the levels that we played.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, that's how much new stuff he's added.
Have you gone back and played any of it? Or?
I have just for a
Nice.
little bit.
Just to check it out. see
Yeah,
what-
I haven't played enough though. I need to get back on there.
They fixed it. Did he fix any of those bugs? I know there was some issues with like.
Oh, you know those issues. I know he was fixing them as he went. I never thought they were that big of a problem.
The only one that I thought was a problem was that one to where it was kind of a glitch with the button. And
Yeah.
you had to explain it to us, but that was the only one that really seemed kind of game-breaking.
Yeah, and that one didn't glitch for me when I played it the first time. So.
Oh, it didn't? Okay.
No, so I didn't even know that was a thing till we did it on the
Right.
stream, and then it glitched for Adam, and I didn't. I was like, I don't know.
Well, I've got to imagine with how much additional content that he has added that he's gone back and fixed some of those major bugs as well.
I want to give a shout out real quick to the other indie games that we nominated. Origami, that's one I did.
That was
John and Adam did Red Trigger.
Origami is the ninja one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Shadow Ninja.
Shadow Ninja.
Yep.
Peter brought it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and then Peter nominated Darkest Dungeon, and Real Adam over there nominated Hello Neighbor, which is still in pre-alpha, or alpha, so it's still really good game even though.
Oh yeah, they've added a lot to that game too.
Have
so,
they?
Yeah. It's on alpha
I didn't think you
2
got
or
it.
3 now at
Oh,
least,
wow.
I think. But
And I mean, that's an outfit where like there's still plenty to enjoy while the other stuff is being developed.
right.
So these next couple categories are very much they're so subjective for us that we're not going to have just a single award. For example, the next category is best game to stream.
So best game to stream. This was just us picking our personal favorite games.
on,
Yep.
on the stream. Yeah.
Right.
So they all get a
It doesn't
Vagadgie.
have to be this year. That means it just has to be something we stream this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So for Real Adam and I, we came up with Hello Neighbor.
Right.
It was a fun stream.
That stream was a lot of fun. Watching John fight against the neighbor for an hour was fucking funny, dude. It was so good.
I was so good at that game.
Should we go back
That's
through
so
and play
good.
like some of the updated versions now?
We
These
could
games,
definitely
I
try
think
it, yeah.
Yeah.
That could be a fun, just random episode that we go back and
Dude, I would love to go back and play another Red Trigger. and
especially
do
with how
some
much more has been added.
comparison to what it was like the first time, versus now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell,
no,
if
that'd
we
be
tweet
pretty
it,
cool.
we might even get Maxime on again.
I just did.
Yeah. There you go. Could be good, like
Yep.
maybe a review or something too. Next game on here was Peter and Adam M's choice was genital jousting.
Yeah.
Oh god, that game was fun. That game was
That game was so fun. We
That
had
game was
45
barrel of
minutes
dicks.
of video in it that I had to edit.
Lots of dicks.
Dicks and butts.
Yeah.
Putting dicks in
the
butts.
old dick butt.
That game is just so lewd that it's fun.
It was a really fun game to play. It was
It's a fun game to stream.
Yeah.
I mean, the comedy really wrote itself in that stream.
And we got one more in there, and John knows what it is.
because he said it enough already.
Like 8 times.
Yeah.
Dick butt?
No.
Yes. Red Trigger. that was your choice for
Yes.
for this stream game. So. We all knew that already because you said you want to do it again now.
I do. I had a lot of fun watching Adam fail at that.
I didn't do that bad.
No, it was great also having Maxime there to watch us
And
fail.
help.
And help, yeah. That was also great.
Yeah, that made it awesome.
Yeah.
You could actually just talk and get feedback immediately on that. That was great. This is the last game category, I believe.
Ooh.
So it's most anticipated game.
Yeah, this is for what's coming up next year.
Oh yes.
Or in the future.
Or, yeah, down
Yeah.
the line, yeah.
Next year would be nice. But
I don't think our nod is going to come out next year.
No, probably not.
Probably not going to be for a couple.
So Josh and Peter for this
Take
category,
advantage of the fact that I'm looking behind me.
which there's 3 picks in this category. I agree with all of them.
Yeah,
So-
oh, for
yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
That's something
What
we
do we
should
got?
say, yeah.
Right.
Our most anticipated is stuff that we're all looking forward to, but if we had to pick one.
Right. So Josh and Peter picked The Last of Us Part 2.
Because why fucking not? That's going to be the best thing Naughty... I mean, it could suck. Like, it's
But
like
it
right
probably
before...
won't.
It's like right before this Episode 7 Star Wars started, and you're like, what if it sucks? You know? It could be bad, but Naughty Dog's got a great track record over the course of the last 5 games I've played, so I think there's a chance that it's going to be great. And Peter and I are the only ones here that have completed the story in Last of Us, so I know that's why he is also enthused about it, is because of how awesome Last of Us 1
Right.
was.
Yeah, for sure.
And actually, the announcement of Last of Us 2 surprises no one. I mean, because the game was so successful. It was until Witcher, it was the most successful game of the year. Like, it was the most awarded game of 2014, 2013.
Right.
Until Gerald came in and whooped its ass.
Till Geralt came in and whooped its ass. But it's nice that you want to be obstinate about it. It's cool.
Yeah.
No. Little dick face gonna get muted.
The launch trailer was really cool though. Like it didn't
sure.
really show much, but I can see how it gets you hyped up for it. So,
Well, yeah,
you
dude,
know,
yeah.
definitely.
Next year, I'm definitely paying attention to PSX.
I'm not fucking jumping up
Because of
there.
all the stuff that came out of there.
Right. Next one was John's pick, I think, but my OneNote refreshed. Ooh, and I like John's pick too. So it's Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes, I played the shit out of 1. Not really.
Yeah.
I bet you can't figure
I
out
did
why.
though. I played the shit out of 1.
You did.
And the second one, I can't wait for it. And it's the same thing too. Like, very rarely does Rockstar make a terrible game. So
Yeah, when was the last bad Rockstar game? I can't think of it.
I don't know.
Cannot think of it.
Probably one of the earlier Grand Theft Autos.
I bet you there'd be someone's like, no, the top down was awesome.
I'm not even talking those ones. I'm talking about when it was like Liberty City
I mean,
and.
they're nothing compared to the current ones, but
Yeah.
they are what, you know, an evolution there. Like
Well,
Yeah, you couldn't have
you wouldn't have
5.
the current ones without the
Yeah,
without
without
the first
4.
one.
That's true.
So.
And there's people out there who still think the best DLC
What the
for a
fuck?
game ever was Ballad of Gay Tony from 4.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, if it's been
Oh.
6-7 years since that game came out and people are like best DLC ever, like, then there's gotta be some merit to it.
Absolutely, I can't wait for that game. I think it's gonna be a prequel.
I'm leaning towards that way. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I think
that's
That's
what everybody
yeah.
is,
That's
right?
what the leading theory is right now. That it's probably going to be a prequel. There's they believe that one of the silhouettes on that poster they released is John Marston.
yeah.
So
And then the other one is
I
his
mean,
partner,
spoilers, but if
right?
you know the end of the first game, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
He
Bill-
should be in the second.
Right. There's also a map that was released, like the game map was released, and it has no railroads on it. Where railroads were a big part of the first game, yeah. And were shown on the map, you know. But doesn't appear to be any railroads on this one, so they're thinking it's a prequel before all that, you know. Because the first game took place like around
1890, 1910, something like that.
1910. Yeah, it was after the 1900s. It was
Wow,
as
that's
the,
actually quite a bit. Oh, goddamn.
it was
later
after
than
the
I'd
West
expect.
was starting to
erode.
Yeah, the government was taking over the country and stuff like that.
That's why Adam liked the game the most. It's just like, fuck the government.
There is a lot of that feeling in the game.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, I don't trust them government officials. You
Yeah.
Hate man.
know. The next one was my pick and Adam's pick
Adam's
also.
too, yeah.
Death Stranding. So,
Yes.
first game we see from Kojima Productions.
Outside of Sony, right? Because he's still. Oh no, he started Kojima. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just gonna back away.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, after whatever happened with Konami, that nobody really knows exactly, but they shot themselves. Is
Yeah,
what
they
I think
did.
they did. But he left and he started Kojima Productions, and he's got Guillermo del Toro helping him and being very vocal on Twitter, just flat out fuck Konami. You
Really?
know? Yeah. That's one of his tweets. It was pretty awesome. But
That is
he's
pretty
got
rad.
Norman Reedus helping him.
Mads Mikkelsen.
There's some Mads Mikkelsen. There's some female actor too that I can't remember her name now that they haven't shown in the trailers, but she's going to be a part of this game too. He's got some big names coming there, and he even has the former president of Konami came over and is now the president
face the
of
wrong way.
Kojima Productions.
Oh no way! That's awesome.
So and then apparently like they get along really well. Like he was one of the reasons why Kojima had so much freedom to do what he wanted with Metal Gear and stuff like that, you know. So Konami's pretty much lost everything at this point.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
uh,
Are we even relevant anymore? Let us
Right.
know.
nobody cares.
Are you guys ever gonna change characters?
I just kept hitting rematch because it was fastest.
Oh, okay.
We could.
Because there are other characters, and we're about halfway through the show already.
One thing, yeah, I know, and our list is running down too.
yeah,
but-
it's true.
One thing I did want to point out, because I know this was a question that we talked about after we watched that Death Stranding trailer. Everything you see on that trailer is in-engine game footage on a PS4.
It is.
Really?
Yes.
Did they announce that, or when
Yeah,
did they say that?
that was an announcement. It's on the I read it on the Death Stranding subreddit.
Oh, okay,
but-
gotcha. Okay, cool. That's awesome.
But yeah, it might be on a PS4 Pro.
I have heard
But-
some people complain about this Kojima production as like, look what I did. I got all my famous friends together to make a game with me.
Yeah.
And
I'm just saying.
Right?
That's
Don't you wish you
one of
had
the-
famous friends?
And actually, at least according to a Kojima interview that I was reading, a lot of it is these people coming to him because he wanted to, after the fallout with Konami, he just kind of wanted to go underground and do like some indie games and stuff, and not really do anything like this. It was Guillermo del Toro that like was basically told him no,
And he was like,
You
"No, don't you do
absolutely-
that."
You have to you have to throw out, you have to make the game that everybody wants from you, you know.
Yeah, don't you let them do that
Yeah,
to you,
and then
Guillermo.
tweeted, "Fuck Konami."
Yeah.
You know?
And I'll help you, fuck Konami.
But even in the interview, he was saying that like he's just surprised with how many big because Sony came up to him too, like, "Fuck yeah, we'll bankroll this."
Oh, for
you
sure,
know?
yeah.
because they're smart.
Yeah.
And they like money.
Right. They want to make money, unlike Konami, but. So he was just basically saying he was surprised with how many people were coming up to him and wanting to work with him. And it was pretty much just like, "Hey, anybody else out there that wants to come work with me, just come talk to me." So I thought that was pretty cool. But I'm definitely excited for that
No,
game.
I am
That's
too,
awesome.
and
It looks really good.
That's
Yeah.
the reason I'm most excited for that one is also because like I know what I'm going to get from Red Dead 2 for the most part. I know what I'm going to get from some of these
Right.
other games. I have no fucking idea what Konami
Yeah.
is doing. I'm kind of excited about it.
What if it's turn-based?
I like turn-based games. I'm totally okay with that.
What if all this is just like a Blizzard version of an RTS? You know what I mean? Like it's just a top-down like unit management system. Would you still play it?
Yeah, I'd still have faith in it at least because it's Kojima.
Okay.
But I
At
highly
the
doubt
very
it's going to
least,
be
the
that.
story will be incredibly interesting, if not ridiculously confusing.
For sure.
There is no way to explain the Metal Gear Solid series from the beginning to the end in like a day.
Really, you need like, okay, we're gonna come back tomorrow for part 2.
You need graphs and like timelines,
Spreadsheets and
shit.
Right on.
So hopefully this will be just as intricate.
Are you ready for Game of the Year?
I think so. I think it's time to throw out our game of the year now. You gonna play the music for us?
Our Game of the Year goes to Lethal League. No.
No,
Lethal
it
League.
absolutely does not go to Lethal League.
No, it doesn't. In fact, it goes to Uncharted 4: A Thief's End.
I think this is an excellent choice for Game of the Year. Not only is it just a beautiful looking game, but the gameplay is fun. This time lets you you fucking swing on ridiculous ropes that are like magnetic or some shit. Like
Yeah.
it just works.
Yeah,
But it's
a grappling hook. But
yeah. it's just so much fun. The acting is great. The story is great. The motion capture is obviously on point. The fighting mechanics are on point. You have a great wrap up to we thought 3 was a wrap up, but it turns out 4 is a great wrap up to Nathan Drake as his character. If he's even done, maybe he'll become like Sully,
Right,
And then
could be.
his daughter will become like the next Hunter and stuff. That'd be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, and you got Troy Baker in there, which was a fucking great addition to Nolan North.
Was he the brother?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, all that together, plus you know that Naughty Dog is a fucking excellent studio. They treat their employees really well, but they also know not to put out any bad game.
Yeah. No, this game definitely deserves all of the Game of Year awards it's probably won already.
Yeah.
And ours too.
And it's Vagadgie. It's several Vagadgies.
Yeah, I think it walked away with like 3 Vagadgies.
Yeah. Well.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah. Would have got 4, but I like me some Geralt.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that will do it for the video game part of our awards.
Vagadgies. Well, yeah, I guess it is all the video games, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the end maybe a little bit, but the next one is best gadget. So this would be out of any of the gadgets we've done
Yeah.
this year. The first pick was from Josh. This is another one of those categories where we just kind of picked. We didn't narrow it down to one because there was just too many great ones. Josh picked seasoning sticks.
Yeah,
Those are great.
Dude,
really
I spent
like those.
I spent a lot of this year getting more and more into cooking, and I found that grilling is actually where I'm really good at. But the problem with most meats and marinades and stuff is that
Flavors the outside.
yeah, it flavors the skin and stuff, and maybe like it penetrates like a centimeter or two into the meat, but it never gets into the actual part where you're like,
Got
oh.
a flavor inject.
Yeah, exactly. So these seasoning sticks are rigid enough that they can go into the meat and season the inside of it, and that's something that's really handy. Plus, they're like $30 a piece for like a whole set. They got like 5 different flavors. You can go to seasoningsticks.com and get your grill on.
Get your grill on. Get your grill on.
Do you remember what your gadget was for this category, John?
For best?
For best gadget. So I have you down here for Snotbot.
Yes, so I remember all about that. So that was the drone that was designed, that they programmed and gave like even a self-flying system, so fly over a whale's blowhole.
Oh,
Remember?
Okay, I remember this one now.
Yeah, fly over a
okay.
whale's blowhole, so when they blow out, they can collect the samples without having to try to get boats super close to whales and stuff.
Right.
Possibly hit them and all kinds of things, trying to get these samples. You know, so it's just, they found a way to do it less invasively. And it was just such a cool thing. Like, it's a bot with a freaking sponge and a petri dish, you know, and some software that auto flies it back to the boat and stuff.
Right. Probably
So
some
it was
good-
just a really cool idea to me. I liked what they were doing.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. The next gadget on here was mine and Adam's
Oh, it's
pick.
the Mew Peak.
Yeah, the Mew Peak.
Yeah.
This thing's so cool.
It is. This is the little microscope that you hook to your phone.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And the reason why I chose this one is because it's something that I could see using on maybe not a daily basis, but pretty frequently. Like just carrying it with me, being like, "Ooh, I wonder what this looks like."
Right.
Super, super close.
Yeah, it would be awesome. There would be so many things. Like if you go somewhere new, you know, that.
Or like I go out to eat. I wonder what my French fry looks like.
Yeah, I
You're just
wouldn't do
looking
that with
over
like.
all your food with
Yeah.
a microscope.
I don't know if you
fucking
want to
wouldn't
go
do
there,
that,
bro.
man.
You're probably right. Let me look at your food, not mine. I want to ruin it for you.
So the next one on here was Bella. It was Peter's choice. So I don't
Couldn't tell you.
particularly remember what gadget that was.
I don't know what a Bella is.
I couldn't tell you what it is, man. I'm sorry for Peter not being here to help us. He never talked to us today. That was weird. He just didn't show up. That never happens,
Yeah.
Yeah, we still haven't heard
I
from the
feel
man.
like he must
Yeah.
think he talked to us before.
right?
Maybe he talked
and then
to
he's
you.
gonna get all indignant. and
No,
something.
he did tell me that like he has a trip to Canada, but
Yeah.
Peter's
that he was
got
getting
this
ready
thing
for this
where he
weekend.
tells one person something and he thinks he told everybody, so it's probably what happened.
Well, to be fair, I wasn't here last week, so I have no idea.
He didn't say anything.
nothing.
And he never said anything directly about the podcast. Like I
Um,
won't be there Monday. He just told
yeah.
me he couldn't game because he had to get ready for his trip to Canada.
But that's all right. You know, it's the holidays. It's a busy time right now.
Yeah.
So,
It's okay.
Unexcusable.
Yeah.
It's not unexcusable. We're gonna let it go.
you know, work sucks right now. So,
Yeah, it's true. What the fuck? We gotta get out of here pretty soon. So,
Good, this game is frustrating as fuck.
what do we
Over it.
got for the next category there, Adam?
the next category we got is biggest gimmick / crappy gadget.
Oh, yes.
I know what this one is.
And I feel like, well, there is an honorable mention, but I think it was pretty unanimous on this
Yeah.
one too. So,
Yeah, it's the Ella Trunks. Salute. pull your
It
trunks
was
up and
terrible.
do you
Yeah.
remember the yellow trunks? What they were?
Yes, I do.
So-
We
The
talked
ball
about it last
peppers.
week.
I won't lie. I kind of want a pair, but I still think it's trash.
Yeah.
I want a string that allows me to
kind
jostle my junk, dude.
Make your own.
Just tie a string.
Yeah,
like
tie a
the
string
center
around
of
your
of
balls
your
and then
underwear.
run it up. What was the
man.
honorable mention?
The honorable mention was Project EOS.
The hoverboard trash.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. Okay.
Was that the one that actually hovered like the big fridge, or was that one of the ones that was?
It was one of the ones that was like the actual like
Wheeled
had
ones?
handles and stuff, but they couldn't even get it to ride straight.
It was
Yeah.
that really big one.
No, so I couldn't
Okay.
find that one. That was actually the one I wanted to do.
The one that's
because
like a
all it
mattress
ever
that just
showed was the
floats?
guy hovering and slowly rotating like he was on a pedestal. The shit was ridiculous. But the only one I could find was EOS, which is the one that we also talked about. That was showed the guy like trying to do it, and he would like hover, and he couldn't even keep it going straight, so it would just be like, and he just had like blowers and shit on like a longboard and a handlebar. It was just garbage. But any of the hoverboards that came out this year were
Any of
trash.
them.
Because there's not really a such thing as a hoverboard yet.
No.
Well, there's the
Right.
one. That one technically did hover. It was like the size of a bed, but it hovered.
right.
Yeah, it had like 36 fans or something.
I actually think it was more than that. I think it was like 48 or 52. Like, it was a deck of fans.
And it hovered, and it got you like 3 feet off the ground. Or
It was like 6 inches.
no, it was more than that. The guy was pretty good off the ground.
Speaking of hovering, have you seen in episode 6 of Star Wars, there's the bike scene in the forest?
Yeah.
Have you seen those ones that do it over water?
Yes, I have seen
Those
those.
are fucking dope.
Those are fucking cool.
Those are so
Using
cool.
the water propulsion that
Yeah,
they use for
exactly,
the water
yeah.
jetpacks.
Yeah, it's a thing in Texas. They do it over, I think it's in
lake?
Austin, Texas. They do it over Lake Travis or something like that.
Gotcha.
And
It's the like the jetpacks you're talking about.
yeah, that. But they put them onto these little
speeder
they're,
bikes.
they're called swoop bikes in the storyline, but they're the bikes from episode 6. They're just fucking cool. They
Which
just,
you haven't seen, so you have no idea what we're talking about.
yeah, but the boat goes in front of you, and then you have like a 20-foot hose from the boat that's in the water, and it's pumping water into these little fucking. It's so good.
Yeah, those things are pretty amazing. So what's our next and/or last category?
No, we got a couple more left.
Okay.
Couple more. Yeah. The next one is best space story.
So this is another very subjective one. We spend a lot of time on the show talking about space. Mine is the fact that the Juno mission was a thing.
This is real random.
Not only that it goes to not only that they successfully orbited Jupiter at least once, but the fact that there's a 500 or 600 year old joke within the fact of Jupiter's moons and their names, and the fact that NASA named the probe Juno. The myth is, or it goes, that Jupiter had several mistresses. So the god Jupiter had several mistresses, and all the moons of Jupiter are named after them: Io and Europa, and all these old Latin names. So the myth goes that Juno, Jupiter's wife, is the only one that was able to peer through the clouds and see Jupiter with his mistresses. So when NASA named their probe Juno,
It was
it's
to go look through Jupiter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go to find Jupiter.
Yeah, because Juno's purpose is to peer into the clouds of Jupiter and
Yeah.
see what's under there. Juno's been having some issues. I don't know if you guys have been.
We
keeping
rely
up
on
on
you to
that,
keep us
but-
up on that.
It's been a rough couple weeks for me, so I
I
will
know,
catch
I
you
hear
guys
ya.
updated
Yeah.
on that. But you guys remember when we talked about Juno going into sleep mode before one of the orbital
Yeah.
maneuvers?
Yeah.
They still have not woken her up yet again.
Oh, no.
So,
Oh, really?
We still got that great set of pictures from her approach, though.
Yeah.
And did we ever get any telemetry or topography back from the
Oh,
first?
Yeah,
the first
we've gotten some data and we've gotten some other pictures too. There's a ton of footages and stuff.
Okay, cool.
It's not hope's not lost. They have a plan to restart it.
Always have a plan.
And they can't, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. If there's a way, NASA will figure out how to get this thing going again. But, I believe they have, like, very few instruments that do work right now. So they can
Okay.
still take some kind of readings, but they can't get it back all the way online again. The problem with it takes so long because it's still on like a 50-day orbit or something like that, you know. So we got to wait all the way until we get back to the periapsis to try again. You know?
Oh yeah, well it's a huge planet. So.
Right. But
Can I just say I know that the stream is in HD over on our Twitch channel, but man, it looks way better on the TV in here. Just looking
Does it
at it.
really?
Yeah, dude. I mean, it looks great. It looks great on the stream and all that stuff, but it just looks so much better on our high hertz TV or whatever you want to call it.
Well,
Our HD TV.
yeah.
High hertz.
It's just TV has much better color reproduction than that monitor you're looking at.
Oh,
It's
that's
a piece
true.
of
Yeah.
shit, so.
Okay, maybe that's it.
It makes everything look kind of white and light and washed out.
Yeah,
but,
like my skin.
Ginger boy.
But yeah, well, I'm sure we'll keep you guys updated with Juno as more information comes in, as I have more time to prepare what the hell I'm saying about it.
All right. We will brush up on our Juno
I will.
and
you
Peter
guys will.
pretend like we know what you're talking about.
Adam, and Peter all chose the EM drive story from,
Yes.
from NASA.
Yeah.
Because that, I don't know, to me, that has to be probably the most interesting thing to come out of it this year.
Oh yeah.
Just the possibility of a whole different way of propulsion, you know.
I kind of also like the fact that we still don't know how it works. Like, there's some mystery there.
Absolutely.
And I like that really captures my imagination.
And it's gone from just this thing that could be a fluke to now NASA's looked at it, released a peer-reviewed paper, you know.
And still, again, no one knows how it works, but it definitely works.
It does appear to work.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And that's going to be the exciting thing coming up with it. Like, we don't know how the technology is going to scale or anything like that.
Yeah, if it can even be used on any sort of, like, actual vessel, or if it's something that's going to be... Yeah.
Right. And I know one of the questions is, like, you know, would a bigger one give off more thrust, or will it end up being about the same? So you would want, like, a bunch of little tiny ones to give off the same, you know. There's a lot of things to learn from it, and that's the thing too. Like it's such tiny little propulsion amount of thrust right now, but as we learn more about the technology and understand it, then we can make it more efficient and scale it from there.
That's so cool.
Definitely awesome. Something that challenges.
What does EM drive stand for?
Electromagnetic.
Are they going to use it for space propulsion?
It only works in space.
Are
That's
you
it?
trolling?
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out too. Like,
I don't know what it is. I don't remember reading about
It
it.
only works in a vacuum.
I don't even remember you guys talking about it.
For those of you out there listening, that pause was just our dumbfoundedness.
Yeah.
That wasn't.
Yes,
there was
no.
no technical.
Apparently, if you don't
If
know
you
things
remember,
on here, everybody
calm down.
just wants to make you feel stupid. You guys are mean. You're a bully.
So it's
Well, when
I'm
Peter's
a
not
bully.
here, we
You're
gotta
a
make up for it.
You pick on me.
It's the drive that we talked about that could potentially cut the trip to Mars to like 70 days. The idea is that it's propulsion without needing any kind of fuel. So it at least from our understanding of it appears to break the laws of physics. It's the third law of physics. You know.
Nice. So, no fuel.
No fuel.
How does it power?
The idea is, so it's like it's kind of a cone shape, and basically you're sending electromagnetic waves into one end, and they bounce around in there, and somehow it's making it go forward.
Oh, well.
So the idea is, you know,
We don't understand, but it does it.
we don't. Yeah, nobody does.
That's
so
crazy.
that's the thing. Where it would break the laws of physics is that, you know, by just sending something in a chamber, in a closed chamber, and having it bounce back and forth should be equaling out all any kind of thrust it would have, you know. I know one of the leading theories, it most likely probably deals with quantum mechanics, is how it works.
Yeah.
You know. And one of the leading theories is basically that there's no such thing as a perfect vacuum, that even in space that there's still quantum particles popping in and out of existence all the time. Just quantum mechanics is fucking weird. We've kind of talked about it, but, you know.
But really, we just made ourselves sound stupid to anybody that actually knows anything about it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. If you actually know anything about quantum mechanics, we're just spouting out bullshit.
Yeah.
The best of my knowledge, from what I can understand from it, after watching like the same videos over and over again, you know, it's just those particles popping in and out of existence, and that's what the electromagnetic beam is hitting. So that's what's giving it a little bit of thrust. Do you understand now?
Yeah, of course. I understand
He was
quantum
playing it.
mechanics.
He was
Thank
paying
you.
attention so much.
I don't know if you saw the screen, but John was way more focused in on that than...
Well, I was looking at his face. I can see his eyes. Like, going
Earlier,
at the ball.
earlier when we had that massive pause, Adam turned to look at John, and Rachel says that was fucking beautiful. Just that moment of silence where they were like, "What the?"
I legit thought John was trolling. Like,
I'm pretty positive I wasn't here on that episode.
you might not have been. I just
Because
thought
I
everybody
would
was.
have remembered that.
You were sick
Like-
a lot. You were.
You're weak.
Glad you're back now, buddy.
Shit's weak.
You know, we're gonna have to count up how many episodes I missed recently, because I don't think a lot is the proper term.
Well, we haven't had a full crew in a long time.
That has nothing to do
How
with
many I've
me.
missed?
And Peter.
You weren't here last week.
One.
Hey, that's a very important one. Last week was rough without you, buddy.
Really? I felt like this was a more important one because I actually have to go in earlier this week than
Yeah.
last week. So.
Anyway,
that's
we
better.
got one
You don't
more.
have to sleep now.
John, your favorite space story was the James Webb. Tell us why.
Because it's a crazy fucking telescope. It has 21 feet of gold-plated mirrors with, if you stretch them to the size of the United States, they'd have imperfections less than an inch.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's how flawless they are.
it's gonna replace Hubble too. That's
well,
the
of
thing.
course it's going to replace Hubble, man.
Well,
the damn
Hubble
thing
isn't gonna
sees in the
use the
infrared
Hubble
spectrum.
telescope.
They're going to launch it and then put it at a Lagrange point 1 million miles from Earth.
Right, but it's not a replacement for Hubble, it's a successor. Because Hubble will still be operational.
Yeah, until we blow it up.
Yeah, I'm
There's
sure.
still a lot of life left.
Are
in
we gonna
Hubble.
blow it up?
No.
The sky's really big, man.
Yeah. Well, and
Yeah,
what I
but the
think-
James Webb is cooler.
Well, honestly, what got me the most about the James Webb Telescope was the Lagrange point, which I didn't know about until reading about this new telescope, and that kind of boggled my mind. But also the fact that they're looking for the
just a
first
stationary
galaxies
orbit
created from the
point.
Big Bang, and that to me is fascinating as fuck. They're literally looking for the beginning of time.
The other thing about it is so, like, from Earth, they could see a bumblebee on the moon. Like, is that not crazy? Does
Bumblebees
that not
aren't
boggle-
that big, John.
Oh my god. I will bust your ignorant ass.
Dude, it's not that far away. It's just right out there.
Yeah, I could see it.
Your bee is like this big.
So, is this telescope going to look into space?
It's gonna
No,
look
it's gonna
into
look
your
at
soul. It's gonna look into your soul, Adam.
Well, that should be farther out than the moon, won't it?
So they haven't
yeah,
launched it
it'll
yet.
be way
It's still
farther out
it's
than
still
I
got to go
thought.
through a year of testing.
It's
Yeah, it'll
technically-
launch August of 2017.
It's outside of Earth's orbit. It's into the sun's orbit.
Yeah, so they're gonna
Well,
be
yeah.
doing their decibel testing to make sure it can handle the vibrations of liftoff. They're gonna be freezing it to make sure it can handle the vacuum of space and how cold it is.
No.
You put glasses on it to make sure that it doesn't.
It's
Yeah.
proper.
Yeah, and then they're gonna test the way it looks so they don't have to put glasses on it like they did the fucking Hubble, because they can't.
Yeah.
Once this thing goes a million miles out there, they're fucked if they fuck it up. And it's only 20 years of research, so it's not a big deal.
It's only
Get
a
that-
couple, like $8 billion. It's okay.
Oh yeah,
It's got like that huge inflatable or expandable base.
yeah, the
It's
massive
so-
one out of what's
So
not
cool to
Mylar.
watch the little.
Is it Mylar?
Yeah, it's Mylar.
Yeah, Mylar.
That extends out basically.
See,
to
you
block
guys have
the
me
sun.
thinking I'm so stupid now. I can't even trust myself. At least I'm good at video games.
Poor Latch.
I don't know if you noticed, Sean. I gave up a while ago.
Oh.
Fine, I gave up.
Like there was a while I would just stand in the middle and wait. for you to
Okay,
hit
we
me.
got one. We're running long. We got one final category to get through, and that's the favorites of our videos. So I've got a list of our gameplay videos up here. We've got a ton. I know it's obvious, like it's hard to remember some of the older ones, but I want to remind you. Back in May, our first video we released was Battle Block Theater,
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember that?
and then we did Doom,
Uh huh.
and then we did Drunken Dark Souls.
Okay.
Okay, so that was a lot of fun. That was one of my favorites. But then we got two Drawfuls, Resident Evil 7.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Yeah, that one scared the
Yeah.
shit out of me. We've got all the Kerbals.
Those were fun.
Oh, those Kerbals were a good time.
We've got more Drawful. We got a ton of Drawful videos. I think we got like 7 Drawful videos. All of those are fun.
Real quick, random category. What was your favorite video to record for supplemental content?
That's the category we're talking about. That is literally the category we're talking about. Are you fucking kidding me, John?
Are you trolling again?
No.
But I guess I don't want to limit it to just those because we do have 2 interview videos too.
No, yes.
Yeah.
We do have the one with Red Trigger and we do have the one with Steven Smith. From
That's a
NASA.
good
Are
one,
you
too,
fucking serious,
so.
John?
No, of course not. I'm never
We've got
serious.
our 2 in No Man's Sky, 3 inside of
I shouldn't be allowed to play
Speedrunners,
games.
Hello Neighbor, General Jousting, Gears of War, and Fibbage and Smash Brothers, and all kinds of stuff. So across
there's so
all
many
those
good
videos,
ones.
man,
So many good ones.
My favorite one is probably one of the drawful ones. I forget which number it is where we had like the entire Lazy Nights here.
Oh, okay,
and
that
we
would
made
be
a huge game.
yeah, that would be
Drawful. Or
parts.
was it Fibbage?
That
would
is
be
Drawful. I
That's
just don't know.
Drawful 2, parts 2 and 3.
Yeah, that's okay. I guess I'm choosing 2 videos.
Yeah,
Parts
those
2
were
and
fun. There was
3.
8 players, or 7 in one and 8 in the other.
yeah.
I would actually go with the same ones. Those were good times.
Yeah.
Although Drunken Dark Souls, fuck, that's close.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah, Drunken Dark Souls. I'm gonna go Drunken Dark Souls, man.
That's your.
Doge!
That
Doge!
Randomly fun times.
Randomly fun times.
Exclamation point!
Oh man, that's a rough one. I think if I'm gonna pick a gameplay video to kind of help John's category a little,
Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna go with our Kerbal series because I love Kerbal. So
Best astronaut right here. I'd like to point out that I was most successful.
John hit spacebar.
You know, going first seemed like a cool idea until I went first and then realized I had the least fun out of anybody.
because I love Kerbal and I would be totally down to do some more challenges.
I would like
absolutely.
that because everybody else had so much more fun building it. Mine was the most logical spaceship.
I was kind of
I
thinking.
made mine huge.
So I was kind of. We'll talk about this after the show, but I was kind of thinking for the next challenge, do something like you guys start out in orbit around the moon, and you have to undock from your orbiter, land on the moon, take off from the moon, and redock with your orbiter.
Oh.
So you're doing an Apollo style.
Yeah,
I like
how do
that
you,
idea.
I'm
That
down.
could be fun.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
I'll go third.
Well, you're still gonna
Sneak
help us,
peek,
right?
everybody?
I am
that's-
absolutely going to help you because I know people that have played the game for years and still are unable to dock.
Okay.
Docking in
Docking's
space
not that
Docking
hard.
is
You just
so
do this.
gay.
Boop, boop, boop.
at 7,000 kilometers per second.
So it's really fast.
Are you a good docker?
I'm great. I'm the greatest doctor. Ask anybody.
Answer it. Answer it. Are you a good docker? Are you good at
Docked a
docking?
couple times.
I've docked a few times in my day. I've docked a couple times. Hey, man,
Adam,
no
you
judgment
gotta,
here.
what was your favorite again?
Oh, the Lazy Nights.
Oh, the
Drawful
Drawfuls.
ones.
Yeah, gotcha. John, you said Drawful and then leaning towards Drunk Souls.
I'm gonna go with Drunk Souls.
I did want to throw out though that if it wasn't for gameplay, I would have probably picked
Steven Smith.
Stephen C. Smith.
Yeah.
Just because that was awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We talked to
So
NASA.
much fun. Yeah, definitely check out that video. I
I'm
like.
getting
There's
on
a
the wall.
there's a lot of things that I never thought I'd get to do in life. One of them was talk to an official from NASA about anything.
Yeah.
But it turns out not only did we talk about NASA stuff, but we talked about like all kinds of shit with that man. And I really hope we get to talk to him again in the near future.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
and we'll be seeing him later next year, so for sure.
Wait, you have a date?
What?
oh,
Oh, do you,
I mean, it is NASA, so
it's whenever he's available. For me, this is harder for me because I edited a lot
What
of
if
these.
what if he doesn't work for NASA anymore at that point? Are we gonna get superficial and be like,
Yes.
oh,
Sorry,
you
you're
don't
not-
work for NASA?
I don't know, man. A friend of the show is a friend of the show.
right?
true.
Well,
yeah.
I was just teasing.
We still keep Mike around, so
I'm gonna squeeze your tip now.
That's a good point.
For me, I come at this from two different levels. The video I'm most proud of is probably Hello Neighbor, because it's our most viewed video. Now spiking over 600. Woo! But
1,000, he means.
oh, yeah.
But I like. To be honest, I like them all. They're all fun to do. They all present a different challenge for me in a different way. But the one I would say I probably had the most fun doing, watching, and playing at the time was probably Drunken Smash Bros. Just because I love that game, and it was a lot of fun to have Edward and Kelsey up here for that.
You know, I did surprisingly worse at that than I thought I was gonna do. And
I was in the same boat.
I got hammered, and I might have said some things.
I mean, yeah, things were said.
Things were said.
But I, to be honest, it's probably any of the Drunken series I like because it's just a different, it's just us more intense. I think.
Yeah.
Like we're pretty much the same people, whether how inebriated we are or not. But we're
Louder.
And next year I got to get Adam to come back for him, man, because you're only in one of them.
Yeah. I'm personally not a huge fan of that.
Of what? Drunk gaming?
Yeah.
Really?
Getting that smashed for no
Yes.
fucking reason.
It's fun.
I mean, Not really.
Oh, whatever. You guys.
It's a good time. No. They're a good time until I get too drunk, and then I
It's a good time for everybody else.
Yeah.
I go from having all the fun to absolutely none of it.
All right.
I just apparently say things in the nicest way possible.
There's no nice way to say that, John.
Yeah, we found that out after the fact.
I knew that beforehand.
Well, good for you, sober Sally. I might have been a little drunk.
So, is that going to do it for the Vagadgies?
Yeah, that's it.
Vagadgies
That's it.
2016.
First annual
Vagadgies.
Yeah.
Expect them in the mail sometime later for the winners.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we have to make them first, and then
Rachel says she'll drink game with us like a motherfucker.
we'll do
Cool.
some retro then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Any oh, hey, be sure to check out our YouTube channel later this week. John and the dudes recorded something that I think is hilarious. They played a lot of Gang Beasts today. And,
Oh, man.
Luchador! Luchador!
I should have gone like that.
Get one of these going on and you can't use your arms.
Everybody learn to fear the luchador.
Yeah, but we'll definitely have video for you guys later this week. And hey, we won't see you again until 2017, so Happy New Year.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes, Happy New Year indeed.
So this was a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year episode.
Yeah.
New
I think we
Year.
will be giving them an episode literally January 1.
No.
No.
January
January
2.
2.
All right, January 2nd.
Yep.
Still pretty damn fresh off into the new year.
Hey,
so.
you guys are approaching episode 100.
We are.
You gotta,
shit.
you guys got to come up with something
We're
to do.
getting old.
I feel it. I feel it in my
Fucking-
bones.
Look at me, man. I'm a smoker. I look rough. I'm only 14.
You should probably quit smoking there, youngling.
Oh my god. All right, take us out of here, Adam.
Yeah, I think that's going to do it for us. But don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for all that cool shit.
Yes.
And other than that, I will see you guys next year.
Later,
Later.
everybody.
Bye.
We're gonna ring in the
Happy
new year with all of you here.
You're still on Twitch.
Merry Xmas Twitch. Merry Xmas.
Okay, got it. Cha-cha.
So now you're the robot. John.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck this game. This shit's frustrating.
Try playing with Garrett. Garrett's hella good at
No,
this
it's
game.